Today, we're gonna build a Hobbit Town with the new expansion pack, Enchanted by Nature, and thank you so much to the Acre Network for the early access to this pack. The new expansion pack is all about living out in nature, being a fairy, brewing some potions, and living your magical apothecary life. And what's more magical and nature adjacent than a Hobbit Town? Nothing! And that's what we're gonna build today. Now, I also have to mention that this version of the game is not final software, so things may change around, and you will also see my name tag popping along on the screen. But we all love that. We do. Especially you, Sarah. Especially you. And by the way, just a side note, if you want an overview of all the furniture and the color sets in this pack, then you can go watch my build by overview. And if you want to watch Rags to Riches gameplay of this pack, then head over to my second channel. I have a gameplay up there. And yeah. Anyways, let's start the build, shall we? Oh, we freaking shall. And here I am on my lot in Innisgreen. And we're on the biggest lot, a 64 by 64 people. So hopefully this is enough for the Hobbit Town. And you know what? First of all, I think we're gonna do a little bit of sketching. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and we're gonna go into Photoshop. Alright, and here I am in Photoshop and let's do the sketching. And what am I thinking of? How do I make a Hobbit Town? Good questions. I think maybe we can have 3 levels of terraining, so like so, but a lot better. So this part right here, that's gonna be the ground floor, and that's gonna be the second level, and that's gonna be the third level. Yes, so that's the terraining. Isn't it beautiful? And then we need some houses. So I'm kind of maybe thinking that on the ground floor, we could have 2 houses, like so. And then on the second terraining, could maybe like have a house right there, and one over there as well. So we have 3 on that floor. And then on the third floor, we're gonna have 1 massive hobbit house. Yeah. Oh, the house is gonna be right there actually. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? I really think so. And then we need some stairs as well. So maybe we could have like a staircase over here in the middle of those 2 houses, and then a staircase over here as well, and one over here, and then maybe something over there, and something over there. And yeah, I think that's our plan. A nice old Hobbit Town plans. Good. Now we just gotta do it for real. Okie dokie, we gotta do some terraining here. Kinda scared, but I'm ready. Alright, let's start dividing this lot into like 3 parts, 3 equal parts. So this can be 64 tiles, and that one too, and that one over there as well. Oh wait, that makes no sense, Nora. Now we have 4 parts and you need 3. I don't know math apparently. Let's try this again. There we go. It's gonna be somewhere around those lines. The ground floor is a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We need that space. And now we just gotta do the terraining. Okay. And the terraining has to be as big as 1 floor, so that the houses in front of the terraining goes into the terraining, if you catch my drift. Okay. So maybe somewhere around there, because we're gonna have a roof on that as well. Okay, yeah, that can work. I'm gonna do this. My sweet old terraining. And I will catch you on the flippery flop when I've done that, because this is gonna take a long time. And welcome back. It looks awful right now. I know, but this is just a rough start, okay? Just a rough start. And we got 3 levels. We got it popping on. I've tried to smooth it out here and there. As you can see, in the back, it's a mess. I need to figure out the mess, because it can't be like that. It really can't. But I think we're gonna hide that up with some rocks and stuff. And oh no. Oh no. With this version of the game, I don't have any mods. So that means no tool mod, no build by mod, no mods, which is very important when you're going to make terraining and landscaping with this shenanigan. Oh no. Right. I didn't think about that. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I gotta do the basement trick then. The basement fracking trick that I hate to do. But I'm gonna manage to do it today. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what a crisis. But anyways, let's put in the boxes of our houses. So we're gonna have 2 on the bottom. Now I'm gonna place them maybe around here for now. Then we're gonna have a staircase in the middle, kind of like so. And then 3 houses right here. Boom. And then 1 massive one on the top. All right, beautiful. Oh, that went into the ground. Not that beautiful. Gonna raise it up a little bit like so. Our very nice Hobbit Town. Let's call it a day. No, okay. I'm in a shock right now. And oh my gosh, you know what else is kind of annoying? This one right here, it won't stop shining. I've tried everything in my power to stop it from shining. Oh gee. I can put up this one though. Is that better? Maybe that is better, because that thing is so annoying. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Alright, back to what I was doing. So before we do anything else, I'm gonna put in my stairs, so we know where the stairs are gonna be before I start noodling with these houses, you know? And I'm gonna put in the new staircase, the Verdun stone stairs. And this staircase was gonna be in the middle. That's right. Maybe we can do a cool staircase if I just make some platforms and stuff. You can go like so, maybe. And a double one on the bottom. Ooh. Can I do that? Can that be cool? Not like that. What am I doing? The staircase is gonna be something like so. I think that could be cool if you just put in some rocks and some plants. Hide it all in. Could be an idea. Maybe. Because right now it looks kind of weird. But it could be cool. Alright, now for these staircases, we're gonna have 2 of them. One over there, one over there. And maybe we can go for an L-shaped one this time. So it goes maybe like that. And then 1 up to the top. Maybe. And then mirror that on the other side. Just like it so well. My staircases. I think that could be cool. Yeah. Got lots of stuff. stuff happening over there. All right. And can we put up a staircase over here too? And yes, I started on the shape of the main house in the back here. I got too excited, but I haven't come up to a conclusion yet. So don't you worry, you haven't missed out on anything. But maybe we could have like a staircase right here. And then we just need to maneuver around the terrain a little bit. Maybe that could be an idea as well. I mean, yeah. Again, you could just put in some plants and some rocks. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. Alrighty, and now let's noodle around with these houses a little bit because they're not going to be just boxes, you know. So like maybe for this one, we could have a little part sticking out like so. And this teeny tiny little one, I can have a shape in the back. How about that? Sure, that's a shape and a half that is. And then this house, I can have a shape right there. Wow, cute old shapes. And these two on the ground, that's just going to be big old boxes. Cool, very cool. Now for these houses, I kind of had a little idea, and that is that they're all going to have their own color theme. Well, because if you saw my build by overview or somebody else's, you maybe kind of saw that we had a lot of different color themes, like a lot of them in very many different colors. And I would try to build with all of those colors. Not all of them, but some of them. Good explanation, Nora. Very good. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses. Okay, so I'm just gonna lay out some beds so we can figure out the color themes, you know? Alright, here. So what colors do we want for these builds? Now, I at least for sure know that I want this color theme for one of them because that is amazing. And maybe we can have the red one too. I love that one also. And then we can have the light one. Ooh, that's also a nice one. And maybe like a totally neutral one with the green. Okay. And then for the last two, ooh, what we're gonna have? There's so many different colors. Maybe we can have a black one. Have a little goth emo moment, you know? And maybe, ooh, maybe a white one. Could be cool. These two can be neighbors. I don't know. Yeah, right. You know what? That is our color palettes, our color themes. And now we're gonna start with the exterior of all of these houses. Well, and I'm excited. And the right row. You know what we're gonna start with first? We're gonna start with the main house. The exterior for the main house. And this frick house. Well, I think we can first of all create a little veranda panda back here because that would be kind of cool to look over at the woods. We can use this new fence like so. Pop it along there. Boom, boom. And now we have a cute old veranda panda. Do not look at the back. Do not look at it. That is forbidden. Okay, do not look at it. But anyways, back to the main point of this exterior. That is the roofing. How are we gonna do the roofing? Now, if you don't know, Hobbit houses kind of do look like so, with the whole round roof shenanigans going on over there. We gotta do kind of the same, or we gotta do the same. And how we're gonna do that with this weird old shape, I don't know. We can start off right here, make a round old roof, boom boom, and maybe it would help if we put on the new roof pattern I mean, with a mossy roof. You go kind of like so, maybe, I don't know. Boom boom, one roof part down, lots to go. Lots to go. Okay, so we got the top part popping off, and now we just gotta put in the side parts like so. Stretch it up there, take in the parts, and I popped off, and then we just gotta curve it a little bit to make it match with all the roof. And now we got this shenanigan going on. I curved it a little bit in, a little bit out, you know. Yeah, beautiful. We got that one. And now we gotta think about the rest of the frick house. So maybe we can start off the roof like that. Oh gee. Yeah, sorta. And then plop in some parts over here too, and put in the side parts. And then maybe we can have a shenanigan roof over here as well to cover that whole part up. And then in the back here, what are we gonna do in the back here? Oh gee, that is a hard one. Ew. Alright, well, if we start off with this and take this out a bunch of times, curve it up, curve it down, take it up. Like so. That is one shape of a roof, isn't it? But maybe that could be cool. And then just put in all the other parts too. Boom, 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 and there's our roof. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now, but it looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Has that Hobbit whole shenanigan feeling going on, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm happy with that. And now we're gonna put in the wallpaper. And what are we gonna go for today? Maybe this masking moss deco. We could have that for some of the parts. Sure. And then also pair it up with the Vedant stone wall over here and over there as well. Not on that one, Nora. What are you doing? Oh, and maybe we can use the birch beauty wall as well. That could be cool. And match it up with this one. Hey, what an idea. That could be cool. Don't say anything, could be cool. I kind of like it. And now you know. And then we gotta put in our windows and doors. And I think I'm gonna go for this door, the Shrek door, that beautiful matching color. Then for the windows, where are we even gonna place the windows? Oh my gosh, I have made a real mess out of this. But we can have a window there maybe, and maybe something over there. What am I gonna do with this? What is the vibe? I mean, it is a Hobbit hole. It's gonna be a little bit messy maybe. Like they just have windows everywhere. Everywhere they go, they have some windows. Just maybe sort of like so. Now I know. It looks weird. It looks messy. Do not comment that it looks ugly. I have a vision and I have to complete my vision before it looks cool. But we're gonna have a lot of messy windows all around like so. And then I don't know what to do. What are we gonna do? Maybe, we can put up some plants on the roof and also some dormers. We can have a dormer right there and just some spread around. I wish I had my tool mod so I could size them up a little bit, but I don't. Oh, and this. Oh, the chimney. My favorite chimney. That can be somewhere. But yeah, I'm gonna try to put up some plants on the roof. There are lots of different plants over here. And yes, by the way, the plants on the roof thingy thangity is a base game update. So you can put the plants on the roof even though you just have base game. It's not just for this pack. You knew. Right, let's try to put in some of this. That's gonna be beautiful. And I can't put it up there. Or can I put it up there? Well, okay. Can I put it up right here? No. Well, that's bad. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to do my best with that. And here are the plants on my roof. And as you can see, it is horrible. This was not, oh my gosh, my name tag. Not now. It's horrible. I'm not happy with the plants on the roof at all. Because as you can see, it's so limiting with where you can put up the frick-frack plants. You know? So I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Hopefully that will get better by itself, magically, or with tool mod. Hopefully. But okay, we're gonna move on now. And by the way, if you're wondering what this is, I was planning to have something there, but I don't know what that's gonna be yet, so it's just a patch. But anyways, I think now we're gonna work on a little bit of the landscaping for this house. So we're gonna put up some pathways. And I think I'm gonna use this stone. So I'm kind of excited. That's a nice stone. And maybe we can make some funky shapes with that. Sort of like that. But I don't know what happened. I made my pathway, as you can see, like that in that hole. And then I just saved the game. And when the game saved, this happened. So yeah, hopefully that will just fix itself because I can't be bothered right now. But with that pathway, I also think we can have a little pathway up here as well. That goes over here and over to the other staircase. And then we can just have some plants around that or something. Yeah, we can do that. And then maybe right here, it could have been kind of cool if we put up that stone fence that's in debug somewhere. Hello. This one. We can put that up, but it's floating. That's right. So I gotta, oh, what do I gotta do? It's been a long while since I've done that. I need to figure that out. But I think I'm gonna have some plants around the house. And we're gonna put up those frickety stone fences with some plants around that as well. We're gonna have a hoot and a half. And now I'm gonna figure out how to do that stone fence trick. Maybe you have to lower down the terrain and then just pop it off. Yeah, something like that. Okay, I'm gonna try that. And there you go. My pathway's back. I logged in and out. And it is here. And all of my plants are there as well. Got some little gnomes. Got that little guy. Got a mushroom. And I got all my plants. Whoa. And I'm of course gonna put up more later on. But this is the start of our planting. And I also managed to get in the frick-frack stone fence. It took a while, but I did it. Oh, and also put in a little mailbox. That is so cute. Alrighty, ro. And now we're also gonna begin with the exterior of all the little small tiny houses. Exciting times. So first off, where is each color gonna be? I mean, I think we already decided that the neutral one is gonna be here. So there you go. And I think the black color, that can go there. And then the mermaid one, that can be over there. And you can be right there. You can be in that house. And you can be up there. Beautiful. Now we decided that. And before I forget, we're gonna put some color on these houses. For you, my friend, you can have the black moss or the gray moss maybe. We shall see about that. Ooh, and you, the mermaid one, that is so beautiful. And this over here, you need that color. And then the white one, boom, boom, boom. And the kind of light one, boom, bam, bam. Beautiful. And now for the roofs. And I want these houses to have different roofs. Of course, that makes sense. But I want them to all have their own little different style, you know? So you, my friend, we're gonna start off with this one. And then just swerve the roof down. And make a little wonky shape on that too. Ta-ta. One roof down, lots to go. Alright, now for you, my friend. What do you want today? I mean, of course, we need a curve. That we do indeed need. And what if with this house, the roof just curves out? Like so. I mean, that could be kind of fun, couldn't it? You know what? I think it can and I think it will. That is a cute old house. Right, enough for this one. What are we gonna do for you? I mean, I think that one of the sides can like curve downwards like so. And then just have a little shenanigan roof on that one. Kind of cute, kind of like it. And then for you, my friend, what are we gonna do for you? Ooh, what if we have a little roof on top of that and then we just curve it all the way down? Kind of like so. That's kind of cool. With a little pattern in it. You know what? I like that. And then we just have a dormer in there as well. Just sort of like so. You know what? I like that. That might be my favorite house. And then for the last one, what are we gonna do for you, my friend? Interesting. I've started off with this, but we gotta make it a little bit funky. What can we do? Okay, what if we take this one and just stretch it all the way out there? Not like that though. We're kind of like so. We have a little roof and then we can have something there. And what if we just put up this one and then just create a little bump on that? I don't know. It could be fun. What if we put up a little chimney right in the middle? Kind of cute. I don't know if I don't know why, but that reminds me of the Teletubbies for some reason. We shall see about that. But now we're also going to put up the doors, the windows, the grass on the roof, the grass on the walls, a shabang and a shaboo on all the houses, and hopefully it will look a little bit better than it does right now. Otherwise, I don't really know what to do. But oh yikes! Hopefully it'll be nice. But I'm gonna do that, and you will watch me do that right now. Okay, ta-ta-ta-ta. Put up my plants and all that shebang, and I have no words. It looks horrible right now. I know, because the plants on the roofs are a disaster. Like for example, this one, I could only put the plants on the side right here and nowhere else. And this one too, I gave up with that one. Could only put up a little bit. And this one too, that was a disaster. But we are gonna fix that up, okay? We are gonna fix that up when I do the landscaping with the plants and all that shebang. We will fix that up. But right now, chill Shield your eyes, people. Shield them. But anyways, I thought right here for this house that I want a little garden because these people, they're gardeners. Maybe we're gonna put up this cute old fence right there with also the matching gate. Boom. That's a cute old gate. And then in here, we're gonna put up some plant pots on each side like so. And actually some over here as well. Boom, boom, boom. Our cute old garden for this house. But anyways, what are we gonna do now? I think right now we are gonna put up a little staircase right there because it kind of needs it. And we can have something down here as well. So I just need to do a little bit of noodling with the terraining. So a little bit here and there. And like so. And then I'm going to put up some staircases that goes down. We're gonna have a fun old time. Just sort of like that. A little pathway down. And then we're gonna have something right there. But before we do that, before we frick do that, we need to put up a lot of rocks around this whole place. We do. And I'm so scared. I'm actually really scared. I am. And I think our main mission is to find the frick rocks. Where are they? Oh, they're somewhere in the debug section. Come on, show yourself. There we go. I think I'm just gonna use these ones because I can't use all frick day. Look through the menu. Gonna use those and also the cliff ones. That one. And now I need to be putting them up. Oh, yikes me. How do one do this without mods? I do wonder. Okay, so if I want a rock right there, like right there, then I have to go down into the basement, raise it up a long time, and then, oh yeah. Okay, I gotta do this again. Raise it up. How's that? No, I want it a little bit back. Yikes. And I know that I can draw in basements and stuff like that to make this job easier, but I'm kind of afraid that if I draw in basements, that is gonna ruin the terrain and all that, so I'm not gonna do that. But that was kind of a good placement. Now I just gotta do that a billion trillion more times because we need rocks all around here, and all around this place. We need rocks. Oh no, we need rocks. Oh, that's gonna take all day. Yo ho ho. Oh, and I can't even copy the rocks. Oh, I have made a huge mistake. I should have not have done this build. Not in this time zone. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But all right, I'm gonna be putting up my rocks, and hopefully you will see me doing that right now. Hopefully, and hopefully I will not have crashed out and I'm currently crying in the corner right now as you're watching this. Yeah. What am I? You know what? I'm just gonna sit here in silence until the stop motion is over. That's my plan. So watch them rocks. I'm gonna sit here and stare into the air. Is it done now? Hopefully it is. And welcome. I don't even know what to say. I don't. Okay, I'm gonna have my crash out later on. Not right now. But as you can see, I put up my rocks. Not all of them, because we have some bald spots here and there. Got a big old bald spot right there. But I had such problems with putting up the rocks that I've decided that in these bald spots that you see around, I'm just gonna put in a lot of plants because I think that is easier. Hopefully it is. Oh, hopefully it is. But yeah, I got some rocks around here too. Did a bunch of mess right here. And yes, these are individual rocks that I put up. And I just had to stop somewhere. And I'm gonna fill in empty spaces with some plants later on. Don't you worry. And over here too. Don't even ask me what's happening in the back. Don't ask me what's happening in the back. Because I don't know either. I don't know. I don't know. I had like 3 tiles of space to put up some rocks. And it was a nightmare. Okay. And I'm also gonna put in some more plants over here too. We got some more rocks. We got lots of rocks everywhere. You know what? What am I doing with my life? I could be doing anything right now. And I chose to do this. Anything. Alright, crash out over. Now we are going to put in some pathways. Actually, I'm going to be using this one. Okay. And I'm going to be pathing around town. From each of the houses, up the hills, and down the hills we go. And I'm also maybe going to put up some little grass patches around the pathing as well. Maybe that will look good. Hopefully. And let's see how that goes. And there indeed is my beautiful pathways. Look at that. Some beautiful pathing over here and over here too. Up the stairs they go. Bam, bam. I'm happy with the pathing. Real happy about that. I am. That's a cute little moment. That made the whole place pop, didn't it? And I think it did. Hopefully. All right, now we're gonna do the dreaded part. We're gonna put up some plants, and I'm gonna use my favorite plants, actually, to make my day a little bit brighter. And I'm gonna fill in the bald spots everywhere, around every nook and cranny. I'm gonna fill them up with my plants, and I'm also gonna put up some plants in front of the staircases and also in front of the houses. Gonna create some vibes with my good old plants. How many plants can I put up? We shall find out. And I'm also gonna put up some more plants around the pathways as well. Life is hopefully good. Hopefully. Yeah. And maybe I can put up some plants from the new pack from the debug section if I can find some. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna put up more plants. Am I done putting up the plants? Nobody really knows. Only Nora will know when she's editing this video. And she's gonna be so annoyed with herself because sometimes she's kind of annoying. Oh, okay. Anyways, I'm gonna put up my plants and you will see the result right now. And wowie me. Here are my plants. I think I put up way too much. Just Way too much, but it was needed to fill in all the gaps and all that. Look at this. Okay, that's kind of magical, isn't it? That's beautiful. I like that. That's so many plants around here. Oh my gosh, look at the plants on the back of the sides. Gee. Oh my gosh, all of them plants. Whoa, whoa. I love me plants. And look, I even put up the new plants from the debug section. Got this weird old alien one and the mushrooms. Bum. That weird old tree. I love that. And I already put up that mushroom. That's over here too. Oh, this is looking beautiful. Amazing. Whoa, I love that. Especially this over here. I also put up so many gnomes. Can you guess how many gnomes I put up in this build? Can you? The winner of that question gets absolutely nothing. Not even pride. Not even that. But yeah, all my frick plants. I'm in shock right now. I've used so much time on this. I'm starting to lose my mind. I'm losing my marbles. But I'm not gonna let that stop me. Because now we're gonna put up some items for this little place right here. And maybe some other places as well. I don't know. Okay, so I think like right here in this little spot, we could put up an all-natural apothecary stall. I'll put it in the middle, like so. And then in the back here, we can have a little plant pot. Ooh, and also the little fairy house. That is so cute. We're gonna have that right there. And maybe a teeny tiny little bench. And then we can also have like a bench over here as well. You know what? Yeah, cute old moment. Bench moments. Got some gnomes. Apothecary stall. You can walk up here. Cute. And then right here, we can also have another little fairy home. For the little fairies, they also need a home. They do need a home. And then down here, I'm gonna put up this starseed teleporter so you can teleport around. You just need fairy dust to do that. And then maybe right here, we can have a little bench. You can sit and look at somebody's house. I don't know. And then we could even have a bench over here. Now that is a cute little sitting spot. I do have to say, cute old place. Oh, and then right over here, we are gonna have a swing set. Where can you be without hovering? Right there, maybe. Yeah, okay. You're gonna be there. All my beautiful stuff right here. This is insane, actually. Like, I put up so much stuff. This is probably gonna lag out some of you guys' computers. I'm sorry for that. It's a 64 by 64 lot, you know. But, hey ho, it's for the vibes and the good times. But what we're gonna move on to now, people, we are gonna move on to the exteriors. As you can see, I have a little fairy urn because I put it down and now I can't delete it. Yay! So I need to find a place to put that, but right now it's right there. Okay, so we're gonna begin with the interior for this main house right here. The top house, the top boss house. And as you can see, I've already made a little layout because I was so nervous. And can I remember the layout though? That is a good question. Let's see. So right here, we have the hallway and the entryway, of course. And then over here, we have a living room, primary bedroom, an ensuite bathroom, a hallway, a toddler's bedroom, bathroom, nursery. And then over on this side of the house, we have a dining room, kitchen, bathroom, and an apothecary office shenanigan. Whoa! Oh, and of course, little patio right here. That was the layout. And now we're gonna begin with furnishing this main build. Boom. And today, I think we're gonna start with the living room. So, what do we need? We need some couches, we need some fireplaces. Maybe we can use this fireplace in the right tone. Oh, that's a cute little fireplace. What about the couches? Do they come in a good color? That one? Oh, I'm floating up in the air. Good. That's a nice old green color. I see. Gotta place them up so like so. No, we're not. Over here they are. And you know what? For this wall over here, we're gonna have an accent wall. This accent wall, the sleek scale shingles. Could be cool. We're gonna see. That reminds me of a dragon, that one. Kinda does and kinda is. And what rug matches? Does that rug match? Or is there another one that matches better? No, I think that one. That will do for now. That will do for now and forever too. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But but okay. Oh, you know what would be so cute if we take these 3 branches and sort of put them up towards the fireplace. You know, just to kind of create some wings. Oh my gosh, my name tag, get away. But yeah, creating some little wings, maybe that could be kind of cool. And then we just put up a bookshelf and a little table over there. And that could indeed be kind of funky. Yeah. Oh, and oh my gosh, these windows. This was a horrible idea to put up the windows like that. What am I going to do with the curtains? Okay, what if we have a curtain? Oh no. Okay. What if I have a curtain over there and over there as well? What will happen? I mean, that's going to happen. Okay. You know what? We're just going to live with that. We're not look at it. We're going to live with that. And then we're also going to have a bush in that corner. Oh, and maybe we can have this ivy on the wall. Hey, you know what? I like that. I'm going to have that. That's a cute old living room. And I approve of this living room. Cute old living room. Good. Okay, now we're going to move on to the kitchen over here. And I think, first of all, I'm going to change up the wallpaper a little bit. So we can maybe start off with some lighter stucco and then pair it up with some rocks. Good old mossy rocks, maybe. A vibe for sure, that is. Let's put up the counters. In that color, that's the right one. And what fridge and stove are we gonna go for? Oh no, this pack did not come with a fridge or stove. But I think we're gonna go with that stove. No, it's a fridge. Gee, Nora. And that stove in that color. Ooh, yeah, I think that matches well enough. I think it does, and I think it will. It shall. It will match. Oh my gosh, it will match. And then maybe we can squeeze in some counter islands over here too, with some bar stools over here. We can squeeze that in. That's gonna look cool. Well, alright. Let's put up the frackety counters. No, the cabinets. I can never get that right. We're gonna put them up, and we're also gonna put up some cute little knickety knacks. And hopefully I will find some knickety knacks, because we only have base game and the pack to choose from, and not the easiest, that is. Not the easiest, but not the hardest either. So I think it's gonna be good. But who knows, in this day and age. And then to pop it all off, I'm gonna put down the leaf. Boom! Right in the kitchen. That was a beautiful leaf. No one in this world could ask for a better leaf. No, not on my watch. But anyways, that was the kitchen. The cute old kitchen. I like it. It has some good vibes. Very good Shrek vibes. Now we're gonna move on to the dining room. I'm gonna put down this table in the right color and also some chairs. And I think for the chairs, I'm gonna go with these ones for the ends. And then in the middle part, we're gonna go for these ones. That kind of looks like bar stools, but they're not, people. They're not. Okay, I think I've officially lost my mind. I've lost my marbles. It's been a long day, I tell you. A long day. But over here, we're also gonna have another plant. And I think maybe we can squeeze in the bookshelf over there. With this plant in there too. Boom. Yes, we squeeze that in. That's a good squeeze of a bookshelf. And that was indeed the dining room. And look, I even put down the nature press down there, so you can press the nature away, people. Good. Nice, cute old dining room. And I think now we're gonna move on to the toddler bedroom over here. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put up the cute old wallpaper, the nature wallpaper. Look at that. And also the matching flooring. Best one. Cute. That is adorable. And we're also gonna have two little beds over here because they're gonna have two toddlers. I mean, G.O.J. those poor parents, I tell ya. And look at those acorn lamps. They're so adorable. I want them in real life. I do. And then over in this corner, we're gonna have the new dollhouse. Cute. And also the new acorn toy chest. Adorable. Look at that little smirk over there. It's kind of angry. His little arms over there. Maybe that's why he's angry. Because he has small little arms. I mean, gee, I would have been angry too if that was me. But okay. we're moving on from that, people. We are. That was enough talk from Nora. But okay, that was the toddler bedroom. Look at this little old nature room. I tell ya, that is so cute. Love it. Now we're gonna move on to the infant room. And we're gonna do the same shenanigan over here. The same wallpaper and the same flooding. Then we're gonna put down the crib in the middle like so. And maybe also a leaf on the floor. Sure. That very scary looking lamp looming over the crib. No nursery is complete without a scary lamp hovering over your baby. No. But you can sit in that corner and watch the baby. Know what it is? Mama is here. She is and she was. What? Oh, you know what would have been so cute if I can do it? Is if we put some leaves over the door. Can I manage to do that? You know what? I think I managed it. Not quite. Like so, maybe. Yeah. That looks cute. I like that. Happy with that? Not really. I did the best that I could, okay? Did the best that I could. And the acorn family is also here. Chilling along. Oh, I'm floating up. Okay. Goodbye. But moving along to the primary bedroom. And I've already put down the bed. As you can see. It's so nice. It is. And we're also going to put down some nighttime tables right over there. With that tree log of a lamp. And what am I going to do with that wall? I honestly, I don't know. That window placement is horrendous, but it looks good from the outside. We all agree. It looks good from the outside, okay? We can all agree on that. But for right now, I'm just gonna put some curtains on them and pretend that it doesn't exist. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. And I'm also gonna put down the new dresser. And that is so cute, isn't it? I love that. That's adorable. But also the new mirror over there. So cute with the mushrooms. I love that so much. Woo. And then last but not least, we need a shelf with some knickknacks on that wall. Ba-bum. And by the way, do we have any more shades in that? Oh, we have the mushroom lady and the gnome. Or is that a mushroom lady? Or is that a fairy? Who knows? That was it. We got a mushroom lady or a fairy. I don't know. But by the frickety way, I'm so excited for the fairies. I played a little bit, as you may have seen or not seen in my gameplay. There are some fairies, and those fairies are actually occults. Some real occults. And I'm not talking about the mermaid occults. No, we're not talking about them. They're real occults with real feelings with real abilities and all that, and they can become teeny tiny and they can do magic and the fairy does. They can do lots of stuff, and I'm so happy that they did the fairies justice and they did not repeat the happenings with the mermaids. I'm so happy about that. I really am, because I was kind of scared about them fairies. I was not gonna lie, I was kind of scared about them. But anyways, look at that bathroom, look at that shower, mossy shower, the toilet. I love that toilet. It's so cute. The sink over here, frick adorable. I love it. And look, I even squeezed in the frick bookshelf. I needed to size it down a little bit because it's massive, but I squeezed it in. And now we're gonna begin with the last room of this entire build, the apothecary office. Bam. So we of course need an apothecary table, and what it's not gonna be, that's gonna be right over there, a good old apothecary table, and some plants over the that corner. That's a cactus, but I'm pretending that's a melon. They're growing a melon, people, just one singular one. And then I think it would have been kind of neat if we had some apothecary cabinets, some apothecary storage cabinets in that little corner right there, because you need some storage when you're an apothecary person, an apothecary hobbit. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Apothecary something with a lot of plants as well. Apothecary man, here he comes. Alright, anyways, in that little corner right there, that little nook, we of course are gonna have a desk. And I love that desk. Look at that desk. That is an amazing desk. That is so Shrek core with all the apothecary items. Shrek TM was here. But right here, right along here, we're gonna have a little table to yet again storage some more apothecary items. And instead of a normal table, I'm gonna put up some counters with the corner piece. And I'm gonna turn them around like so. And then I'm gonna put up my knickknacks, my apothecary knickknacks. And I'm also gonna put up that darn fairy grave, a fairy urn. I'm gonna place it up there so we can finally use it for something. And then I think right along here we can put up some shelves and also some more potions and some other apothecary ingredients. And then we're going to pop it all off with these wall branches, and they are so darn cute. Look at that. That is so adorable. I love that so much. And that was indeed the apothecary office. All finito. Look at that. This room is so cute. I love it so much. Whoa. And that was indeed the whole main house over here, all furnished up. Even the backyard. I forgot to film that, but it wasn't that exciting. Look at this. And I put up that floating light that can float outside without a roof, and it floats up and down. It's kind of cool. It's a magical lamp. I love that lamp. Whoa, whoa. And anyways, we're done with this house, the main house where the overlords live. I don't know. The Hobbit King lives here, looking over his kingdom. I don't know. But now we're going to begin with furnishing all of these teeny tiny little houses, the Hobbit Houses. And what are we going to begin with first? Maybe this over here, the black and purple one. Let's begin with that one. Oh no, actually I changed my mind. We are going to start off with this house over here, the light one. This is why I nude. And into the bedroom we go over here. You know what? For this bedroom, I'm yet again going to put up this wallpaper, but in the creamy white one. Boom, boom. With our cute old bed. Oh, I love the colors of that. I actually really do. That is so beautiful. Look at that. And then over here we're going to have our little dresser and our cute old mirror. Right, enough of the living room over here. We of course need a beautiful old couch. I mean, look at those colors. Those are so pretty, with also a matching coffee table and some coffee table knickety necks. Where did my plant go? Oh, there it is. Boom. And then over on this wall, we of course gonna have a fireplace, but this time I'm gonna use this one. Ooh, matches. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. I love it. It's so cute. And then over on this wall, what are we gonna have on this wall? We can't put up a window. No, we can't. So what if I instead put up some fish? I don't know. Maybe that can work. But also some mushrooms. Yeah, I think that could work. That's a beautiful moment. That is. By Nora, TM. And then over in that little nook, we could squeeze in some apothecary stuff. Boom, boom. With also some apothecary knickety necks. And a little gnome over there. Cute little guy, that is. Alright, and then for the kitchen, we of course need some kitchen stuff. That would only make sense for the kitchen to have some kitchen stuff, you know. It would only make sense. And look, I have to put up the aliens in the jars because the kitchen knickety necks is lacking with only base game in this pack, I tell ya. So there you go. Even put up a frog, people. Even put up a frog. And then over here we're gonna have a dining table. Cute old dining table that is, with some shelves over here. With our shelf and knickety necks on those shelves. That's what knickety neck shelves are. No, what? Don't ask me, because I can't answer. I really can't, not today. Oh, and then for the entryway, I think I'm gonna do the same trick that I did in the main house, but just with the end counters as a little knickety hallway table. And I think that is pretty darn cute. My name tag, get away from this moment. Thank you. Sheep, I love that name tag. Not a day of peace with Vegetaya. But okay. So that was the first house. Now we have 4 more houses to go. And you know what? I'm gonna do a little speed lapse of that. Speed lapse. That sounded wrong. But I'm gonna do a little time lapse of that, or else we're gonna be here all frick frack day. But I'm of course gonna check in here and there to make sure that you're okay, and that you can also make sure that I'm okay. Which the answer to that is always no. It is always no, people. It is. But yeah, moving on to the White House over here. White House. That's okay. And as you can see, I've noodled a little bit with the platforms and everything to make it shine, to make it pop, because I thought that white on white was a little bit too much. So I added in that trim on the bottom and also some other items. You know. And look at that shenanigan up there. That turned out so cute. I love that entrance table. Mwah. And oh my gosh, the colors on that fireplace. That is adorable. I love that fireplace. And look at all the pictures of pears and apples that I put up. And that little flower over there. Cute. It has a little face on it. And now we're gonna move on to this house over here. The red, yellow, beige colors house. Hey ho. And they actually have a toddler that has to live in the house with them. Whoa. Those poor old parents. But anyways. I also need to put up the kitchen. And with this kitchen, I think I'm gonna go with the line kitchen. I forgot what that was called, but I need to do that because nothing else worked. So I'm gonna put up that kitchen and all the other shenanigans over here. And it's also gonna be a good old kitchen with a dining table. And also, I'm gonna squeeze in the living room over there. My good old living room is gonna squeeze that right in there. Can it squeeze in? Yeah, with some chairs it can squeeze in. Good. And also a beautiful bathroom over there. Gonna put up that shower. I love that shower and the toilet and the sink. I love the bathroom stuff so much. Oh my, I do. And right over here, alongside the kitchen, I had to put up the dresser over here because I couldn't fit it in the end of the bedroom. So they got a communal dresser. They did. But right along here for all the kitchens and also for all the bathrooms, I put in these tiles. They're Mystic Moth Mosaic Backsplash, and I love them so much. Come in so many different colors. And they brighten up the place, don't they? They do. But right, now on to the pink and blue house, or as I like to call the mermaid house. The cute old mermaid house. What are we gonna start with first? I'm gonna start with the prominent bedroom over here. I'm gonna put in the bed, the wallpaper, and oh my gosh, that is very blue and pink. Holy moly me. It's gonna look like it exploded in here. And maybe it has, because guess what? We're also gonna put it in the toddler room. The bed and the wallpaper and everything. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. This is a cute old bedroom. with the string lights on the wall, or the tree branches on the wall. And then this house is only gonna get a teeny tiny little bathroom, I tell you. Just a teeny tiny little bathroom that I can squeeze in. I managed to squeeze it in. You know, I did. And right now for the living room over here, I think we need to place the couch right over there with the fireplace and everything. And that's a cute old fireplace. The rug underneath, behind the curtains. I mean, yeah, that's squeezed right in. And then we're gonna place up the kitchen in the other corner. And my, that is very blue and pink. Yay! But we shall manage. And also a big old dining table in the middle. What a house. What a house. And look at that cute old plant in the kitchen. I love the little faces on that. That is adorable. And and on these shelves, I mean, look at that. The cute little light, the books, and the skull over there, that's named Graham, and crystals, and Easter egg. You know, I had to find some stuff. It was kind of lacking. So I went to the debug menu and I found that. You know, I tried my best. And oh my gosh, look at this adorable little room. The toys in the mushrooms. It's so cute. And then over for our last house over here, the black and purple one, which I actually said that I was going to begin with first, but I didn't. You know. And we're going to put up the living room right about there. It's a dark old couch and the dark old fireplace. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a dark old house. I tell you, real Gotham Nemo. And then we're going to squeeze in the kitchen right over there. Squeeze it in real nice and neatly with the dark colors, I tell you. Very dark colors. And now for the bedroom. We don't really have the biggest space for the bedroom, so I squeezed in the bed in the corner of the room. There's only one single person living in here, or maybe two people, where the one person is kind of unfortunate about the bed situation. But you know, I also put out a lot of plants now. Squeeze them right in. Some cute old nickety next to. And for the bathroom, we're putting the shower, the toilet, and sink in this teeny tiny little bathroom. And my, that is very dark, but I love it. Oh, that turned out great. And for the fireplace, I put up a little skull that's named Kevin. 4 people, Kevin, and also some crystals and whatnot. And our cute little gnome over there, gnome dove, adorable. And ta-ta, the whole build is done. And this took all day. You know what time it is right now? It's, I don't even want to say. The build is done. It is done. And I squeezed in the fairy graves, one there and one in the house. And I put in so many gnomes. And if you're wondering what these thingity-thangities are, little eggs, they're actually huts from the debug section. Put them in, thought they were nice, but then I thought, I'm done with that now. I'm just gonna put up 2. But yeah, that was the whole build. You know what's time for right now? Oh, it's time for the frickety-frackety house tour. So, let's go. And for this house tour today, we are just gonna do a picture series because it's better that way. Trust me, it is. Or else you're gonna get one seasick Nora at the end of this video, and we don't want that. No. Not me at least. Maybe you do, but I don't want to. But right, that was the build. And I've used all day on this. I've used so much time on this. Do you want to know what time it is right now? It is 11 p.m. You know what I began this build? 9 a.m. I've used all day. I need to go to bed. I'm sweating everywhere. I'm just sweating everywhere. Yeah, we don't have air conditioning. No. We don't have air conditioning in Norway. We don't. I wish we had, but we don't. And if anybody's wondering why we don't have air conditioning in Norway, that is because that would be a huge waste of money. It would. Because you would only need an air conditioning like 2 weeks out of the whole year, maybe. It doesn't really get that hot here. It doesn't. So that just doesn't really make that much sense. You know, it doesn't. And can air conditioning also give off heat? Maybe they can. But again, we don't really need that either because most houses has a fireplace or those heating ovens, whatever those are called. So yeah, we don't have an air conditioning, and we also don't have mosquito nets on the doors and windows. Oh, you know what? My basement window has that, but nobody really cares about the basement window. No, we have some mosquito nets that we can like put up with like Velcro and stuff, but we don't have like built-in mosquito netting all year long. That we do not have. And again, that wouldn't really make that much sense because most of the year we don't really have any bugs. They all die. Nobody can live here. Why do I live here? I don't know. What am I talking about anymore? I have really spiraled. We're doing the house tour right now. Why am I talking about mosquito nets? I don't know, but I think that this build turned out good, question mark. I mean, it's really funky. It's really out and about there. Kind of like the vibes. It's mystical, it's magical. Happy about that. And I'm also really excited about this pack. You know, that I am. I've been playing a little bit with it, building a little bit with it. I'm excited about the apothecary stuff. I'm excited about the natural living skills. I'm excited about the fairies, especially excited about the fairies. Having a good time. And I love the build style because I love this type of build style. Nice sentence, Nora. But I love like the mystical fairy, witchy-watchy, storybook style, you know, love it all. And I hope you will have fun with it too. And now we're done with the house tour. Indeed. And now it is even time for the outro, people. Whoa! And this is the outro. Welcome. If for some reason you want to download this house, you can't right now because we have to wait until the game comes out and then I can upload it to the gallery. Because in this version of the game, we don't have a gallery, you know. But I'm gonna upload that to the gallery when the game comes out. Hopefully you will remind me to do that because sometimes I forget. But anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe because it really does help me out. So thank you. But only if you want to. Only if you want to. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.